Do not arouse the wrath of the great and powerful Oz. I said come back tomorrow.
If you were really great and powerful, you'd keep your promises.
Do you presume to criticize the great Oz? You ungrateful creatures think yourselves lucky that I'm giving you audience tomorrow instead of 20 years from now. Oh, the great Oz has spoken. Oh, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. The great Oz has spoken.
Who are you?
Snohomish County, we are headed north to Everett. Mayor Cassie Franklin joins me now. It's good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm wonderful.
What made you want to be the mayor of Everett?
You know, I love the city and I love community service. I love giving back and feeling like what I do is making a positive difference in people's lives. And so I felt that public office would be a great way to do that.
Had you been in politics before?
I had been in the nonprofit sector for many, many years, and then I was on council for just 2 years prior to becoming
So what's
mayor.
it like to sort of launch into, I mean, with nonprofit, you're often, behind the scenes, you're talking with people, but you're not, selling yourself as a candidate and a solution. How did you make that change?
It was a big transition, but it really is, there's a lot of similarities. You really are talking about things that are important in the community, ways to make a difference, community challenges and issues that you want to address. And
that's a good point. You're still an advocate.
Yeah,
it's just a slightly different platform. So what are the challenges that you're most interested in working on?
At the beginning of the year, I issued a few mayoral directives. The first one was on...
I want to do that. I would like to issue a few directives.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the first one was on gang and youth gun violence and really wanting to address that challenge and help.
Super important.
Yeah, help get out there proactively, help kids get on the right track and keep our community safe. And then also looking at challenges like homelessness and the opioid crisis. I have a lot of experience in that. That was my background in housing and homelessness prior to becoming mayor.
Let's talk about that then, because it seems like we keep trying to figure out nationally what our policy is going to be, but I wonder if the answers aren't more local. What do you think the city can do to combat those problems?
We've been doing quite a bit. I think it takes the entire community. We've been doing it through a balanced approach of outreach and enforcement in our law enforcement. We've been working with our nonprofit partners and our faith-based partners to address housing and increase the housing supply. Policy-wise, we can create systems to protect affordability and maintain affordable housing in the community, and then making sure that we're working across the region, because if one city is trying to solve it, you have to work across all boundaries. People that are experiencing homelessness, they don't know where the city ends and where the next city begins. And so the communities working across those boundaries is very important.
Well, you said an interesting frame there, people who are experiencing homelessness as opposed to the homeless as though it's a blob of something and not individual human beings. I would imagine your nonprofit background gives you a slightly different, framings, perspective on homelessness, on addiction.
Sure. I worked at an organization called Cocoon House for many years, and working with young people who had been on the streets, had maybe been kicked out of their home or run away from abuse and neglect. And you hear those individual stories and you recognize these kids are just like your kid next door. They're great kids, and they just need a little support to get back on track. And it's very similar with adults. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So lots of our mayors this week have been women. We've elected a lot of new women to Congress, including from districts in this state. What do you think women bring to the party when we look at political life, both local and state and national?
We're very collaborative. We work hard and we can fight for our communities, but we also know how to collaborate and build consensus, I think, in a very productive way. So I think having more women in office is going to be fantastic for our region.
I agree. What's your big visionary project, like long-term, for Everett?
Economic development. You know, we are a beautiful, vibrant city. I think people don't recognize how incredible Everett is. It is just the most amazing city in the Northwest, in my opinion. I fell in love with it the moment I started working there.
That's great. And well, lots of people haven't been up in a while, so tell me what's new.
Well, we have a beautiful historic downtown. It's not new, but it's a combination of this beautiful old brick buildings and then great new stores and a gorgeous waterfront. One of our partners that has recently come to Everett is Funko. I actually brought a present for you.
Oh, thank you.
Mariah Carey for the holidays. But
we love Funkos around here. That's very cool.
Yeah,
thank
so these
you.
are pops. You know, in Everett, we create things. We build things. We build planes. We're at home of Boeing. We have the largest building in the world by volume.
Right. And all this, there's new building of homes along the river and things like that are really kind of, you know, if you haven't been up to Everett in a while, go take a look. All right. So we have a lightning round of get to know you questions. Are you ready?
Okay.
These are obviously super profound. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I think the yeses are winning. Don't you think, Joseph? Because this is an argument in our office. We're trying to settle it for good. Do you have a go-to dance move?
A go-to dance move? Well, my daughter wishes it was the floss, but it is absolutely not.
Have you flossed?
No, I can't floss. I mean, I floss my teeth, but definitely not the move.
That's actually the next question on my list. Do you floss?
Yes, I just did this morning.
Are you a daily flosser?
I am. I used to work in a dental office.
Oh.
Attention, people of Bikini Bottom! You have been cheated and lied to!
I knew it!
The gentle laborer shall no longer suffer from the noxious greed of Mr. Krabs.
Hey, what's that guy talking about?
I don't know, but he's got a megaphone.
We will dismantle oppression board by board. We'll saw the foundation of big business in half, even if it takes an eternity.
Gee, I don't know what Squidward's talking about, but he sure sounds convincing.
With your support, we will send the hammer of the people's will crashing through the windows of Mr. Krabs' House of Servitude.
Wow! All this supporting is making me hungry!
Hey, everybody, let's go get a Krabby Patty.
Nobody gives a care about the fate of labor as long as they can get their instant gratification.
That was a great speech, Squidward. You practically had them eating out of your hands.
But they didn't, did they, Mr. Squidward? Because they were too busy eating out of mine. I wish you two had gone on strike earlier. Thanks for attracting all these paying customers with all your signage and your sloganeering.
All right, Mr. Krabs. You've gone too far this time. You can pick on me, but Squidward is a great leader. We are workers united. We're tired of your smelly greed, and we're gonna saw your tables, and we're gonna smash stuff with the people's hammer, and we're gonna... Squidward, what was that other part?
Dismantle your oppressive establishment?
Ah, that too! And me and Squidward are gonna stay on strike until we get what we deserve, even if it takes forever! 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 Forever!
On strike with SpongeBob forever?
Hey, Squidward, I bet old man Krabs is gonna break any day. Squidward, 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 Squidward.